try to look at what actually happens when you see another person. The mind naturally assumes, I am seeing them as they are. But that is not how perception works. What you call seeing someone is often the mind observing itself, watching the imprint that person leaves on your nervous system, your memory, and your internal model reality. You don't directly touch the person as they truly are. You touch the version of them that appears inside you after they pass through your filters, past experiences, beliefs, emotional state, and the level of safety your body feels in that moment. This is a precise description of how perception operates in human relationships. Reality does not enter you raw. It enters you through you. Your perception of me is a reflection of you, is about perception. When you look at someone, you're not only receiving data, you're interpreting, you're assigning meaning. You read attitude in a glance, intention in a tone, and you connect scattered details into a story that feels coherent. But that coherence often comes from inside you more than you realize. A simple example, someone replies with just one word, yeah. One person hears coldness, another hears agreement, another hears disrespect. The same stimulus produces completely different inner worlds, because what you experience isn't only the other person. It's the other person plus your interpretation system. So the way you perceive me reveals the structure inside you, not just the truth about me. My reaction to you as an awareness of me is about reaction. You can do something small, and I react strongly. I get defensive. I shut down. I become quiet. I try to please. I feel offended. And if you look closely, that reaction rarely describes you alone. It describes what got activated in me. It shows what I'm afraid of losing, what I'm trying to protect, and which internal image of myself feels threatened. A gentle correction can feel like an attack when my sense of worth depends on being right. Silence can feel like abandonment when my nervous system learned that silence means danger. Reaction is not just emotion. It is a trace of a defense mechanism. And that's why my reaction becomes information about me. It exposes the parts of me that are still sensitive, unfinished, or unresolved. The deeper point is this. Consciousness doesn't perceive the world as it is. It perceives experience, what reality becomes inside the mind. It perceives impressions, interpretations, inner narratives, and the emotional atmosphere created by them. So when someone enters your life, they are not injecting truth directly into you. They are a stimulus. They touch your system, and your system generates an experience. In that sense, other people like triggers, and what rises inside you is your map. And this is where the paradox appears. The world you know feels like a reflection of you, but you also know that you are a structure formed by the world. That paradox only feels impossible if you insist that self and world are fundamentally separate. When you see them as one continuous process, it becomes clearer. Mind and world are not two competing realities. They are two sides of the same movement. This doesn't mean everything is imagination. It doesn't mean other people are never wrong. Reality still has objective facts. What was said, what was done, what patterns repeat. The point is simpler. Your experience of those facts always passes through your inner filter. And clarity begins when you separate three layers. The event itself, the meaning you assign to it, and the reaction your body and mind produce. When these three layers merge, people live inside assumptions and call them truth. The practical lesson is quiet, but powerful. When something triggers you, don't rush to conclude who the other person is. First, notice what moved inside you. What am I afraid of right now? What do I need to feel safe? What image of myself am I trying to protect? Is this reaction about the present, or is it an old pattern repeating? This doesn't make you colder. It makes you clearer. You react less, but you understand more. And eventually, you realize the quote isn't a moral statement. It's a psychological description. How you perceive others reveals you, and how you react to others brings you back to yourself.